the gym to the screen, yeah. From the gym like a beast, sweat drip, heavy plates, never cheat. Then he drops in the sea. Anime arcs on repeat, sail the seas, pirate dreams, new fleet, treasure map on the screen, no sleep. Every boss, every map, every feed, whole chat, yelling peak when he streams. Buttons mashing, headphones on tight, lost in the pixels, day and through night. A new quest awaits, another story to tell. He's a legend in lobbies under every spell. Level up quick, no time for sleep. Pyro Studios, he gaming. Action, adventure, horror, he gaming. Puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying. Doesn't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. From the gym like a beast to animate. From his seats, sell the seas in the night. New raid every week. RPG, souls on repeat like how I die. It don't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. Click start, new run, same flame. Speed run, side quest, same name. Respawn, laugh it off, that's fame. Jump scare, flash in the dark, heart race. Woo! Puzzle doors, hidden floors, mind chase. One more try, one more last save. Whole world in the glow of the game. Heart race on the jump scare tab. Door creak, he leans right back. One more quest, one more try. New game plus it inside. Pyro Studios, he gaming. Action, adventure, horror, he gaming. Puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying. Doesn't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. From the gym like a beast to animate. From the seas, several seas in the night. New raid every week. RPG and souls on repeat like how I die. It don't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. No challenge too great, no boss too mean. He seals his own fate, a gaming machine. From pixel to glory, he writes his own story. Pyro Studios, he gaming. Action, adventure, horror, he gaming. Puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying. Doesn't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. From the gym like a beast to animate. From the seats, sell the seas in the night. New raid every week. RPG, souls on repeat like how I die. It don't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. Pyro Studios.
What up, guys? Welcome back to another Star Citizen stream. All right, so we are starting really early today. Mostly because I don't work today and everyone else is still at work. So, yeah, we're gonna start a little bit early, try to get a couple missions done. So what's been happening here? So I changed some brightness settings, some color settings, on my game and on my monitor. So we'll see what the color spectrum looks like here. So this is kind of like the test stream for that. But also, what else has been going on? Oh, as you guys can see, I am now wearing the Smolder set yet again. Actually, was I streaming the last time I had this? I might not have been streaming. But anyways, yeah, so I got this. I got the set, which is awesome. Why is that flashing? Okay, I think it was just a light. The corner of my screen, I don't think you guys can see it on... Oh, I think it's because I had the filter. I think that's what's going on here. I think that's what's going on. The filter's being weird. No? I don't know what that is then. I think you guys can see it as well. Strange. Is it my monitor just being weird? Hold on, guys. I didn't notice this before. No, that's fine. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Weird. Anyways. Yeah, so I have the smolder set now. No, actually, let's put the filter back on. Because I actually like this. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, that's just strange. That's a weird like F4 thing. I know I get it on here too. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. What was I gonna say? Sorry, that super like super distracted me. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, this last time I did pick up I now have the Drake Vulture, which is like the salvaging like one-person ship. So we have that. So we're gonna be ended up doing a lot of salvaging and stuff now. And whenever I went down to Astra Armada, I noticed that the RSI Perseus is now available to buy in-game. I'm not sure exactly how new that is because I never really pay attention to the shops all that much. But I saw it and I was like, we're getting that. So I think that was about 3.6 or not 3.6, 36.9 or something like that, give or take. So we're gonna try to grind out, probably get around 40 mil before I buy it, just so I have some spare cash. And right now I'm sitting at 1.5, almost 1.6 basically. So we have a little bit to go, but with the scraping and doing the ship in distress, gets us around an instant 100k plus how much we get for construction material, which we're not going to sell that off until we get a full ship worth. Just because we have to take it from Levski all the way back to Stanton. The Stanton system, because they're buying it for the most right now. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Let's get some music playing. It's gonna be a grind today, so I don't know what the other guys are planning on doing or when they plan on hopping on, but in the meantime, we're just gonna do our thing. I don't really know what's going on with the lighting for this. It's not doing it now. I mean, it kind of is, I guess. Weird. Anyways, let's bring up the ship. Let's get started. I have everything I need, right? All right, so I got some canisters. Yeah, so the ship in distress, you have to have the SRT attachment on your multi-tool, or if you have the big one, obviously let's use the big one. Because you do have to repair the the ship's power, basically. But after you repair it, you can there's always a cutlass that's always like sitting right next to it, next to the ship. So let's go up to the cutlass, loot what you can, and then afterwards you can actually salvage the cutlass. I think you can salvage the caterpillar or caterpillar, whatever the ship's called. I believe you can salvage the ship that you repair as well, but you can't do it at least with the vulture. So maybe with the moth you could probably do it. But and if you're wondering the reason why I came up here is because there's been a weird bug, at least that I've been having, that every time I bring up my ship and I'm in the hangar, it decides to be in the floor of the hangar. So I've been bringing it up here, kind of hanging out a little bit, and then once the ship is up, then I go back down. They take it on and off the helmet. It's so bright. And we have also been playing on the Australian servers lately as well. And surprisingly enough, the servers actually run better here than they do on the US servers. It makes zero sense. Did that actually work? Oh wow, that actually worked. Wow. Actually using trash cans, crazy. There's gotta be someone with a crime stat up here. Weird. Anyways. Let's go back down. Let's get our vulture and let's continue on. There's also been another bug as well whenever you... Come on, really? It didn't work? I don't understand this. I don't understand what's going on here. It might be a server thing, so we might just hop servers. But like, it fixes itself going down, then when it goes back up, it breaks again. So it's really annoying. It's mainly only happens to me in Stanton, so it's weird this happened to me in Levski. Come on. Come on, Vulture. Don't break on me. I think partially the issue is that it comes up with the engines on. Also, see, look at this. Like, what the heck? Like, something happens between it. Is it gonna fix itself, or? Just Star Citizen doing Star Citizen things, I guess. Huh. Okay, I was like, what is that? It's the landing gear. Okay, well, we're gonna check out our inventory over here first real quick. I believe I just have construction materials in here, but I'm kind of want to make sure. I don't really know what to do here. Maybe bring up another ship. Yeah, I'm just making sure I don't have any containers in here. So basically what's been going on whenever you process construction rubble, you keep empty construction rubble containers in your inventory, like wherever they were. So what I've been doing is that I've been keeping my construction material in my ship. That way, whenever it processes, the empty construction rubble boxes stay in the ship, and then whenever I get out into space, I can just eject them. Just some efficiency stuff. All right, I'm gonna bring up the cutlass because I think okay, I do have it here. I'm gonna bring up the cutlass and then put it back down, then bring up the vulture and see if that works. Because if we can't bring up the vulture here, then we can't really do too much. Because sure, like doing the mission itself, we get 58k, but that's like, but you can get twice that amount if you scrape the cutlass that's out there. So it's like, It's always like the like three-leg like landing gear ships as well, which is kind of crazy. Well, this one worked. All right, let's bring this back down and bring the vulture up. If you guys also saw in there, I do have the I do have an ROC in there as well for some land mining, which I did try out. I was trying out different ways to make money over the weekend, and gem mining, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not doing it right, but for the amount of time, I was not getting enough money for it. So I feel like it's almost the same with mining in general. Like, I don't really understand it. Again, maybe I'm just not doing it right or whatever, but I still make enough. But salvaging, especially when you change out the heads on this thing, change out the cinch heads with the Brady's, it's definitely worth it. Come on, bro. And you can't, and if you're wondering, getting in the seat to reset it, it doesn't reset it. I just pass out instantly from the G's that it's emitting right now, I guess. Like, because it's going so fast. Alright, let's try a couple more times. A big tip, or I guess it's not even a tip, this is just like gameplay in general. If you change anything out in your ships, what the heck was that? If you change anything out in your ships, make sure to ensure that loadout. Otherwise, if your ship blows up, you lose everything. So, like for me, I changed out the cinch heads with the Brady's. So because of that, you have to insure it. So it actually costs you money whenever you do a claim. In which case, at least with the Vulture, it's only about 7k. But I know with bigger ships, like I know like whenever we get the Perseus and we equip that thing out, it's gonna cost us a penny, like a pretty penny to claim that ship. So, granted, it's probably not gonna blow up very often, but if we ever do have to claim it, it will cost us a decent amount because we are changing out everything that we can on that ship to make it as much of a powerhouse as possible. Because it is a battleship, or I guess it's a heavy gunship. Bro, come on. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back up to customs. I'm pretty sure this is a server thing. We might just have to hop servers. If I can't spawn this ship and it actually stays. I did accidentally grab the RSI DS whenever I picked this one up. Mostly because I just wasn't thinking. This one kind of sucks. And the only reason why it sucks is because it's the same as this one, except you have to get out of the seat and go to an external seat to mine. So either way, it's whatever. I'm pretty sure this is in my cut list right now. It'd also be really cool if they added like parent ships. And what I mean by that is like you can bring up like your cut list and you can like add like a vehicle to be like inside of it and stuff, right? Or yeah, or if you have like a bigger ship, you can like load up other ships inside of it. And that'd be really cool feature. That way, like you don't have to like bring up your hangar with like the smaller vehicle and then move it off to like a random corner. I feel like that would make more sense. Okay, we actually got it to work this time. The struggle, man. The struggle sometimes. But you know what? This is what makes Star Citizen like great. Is the fact that you can like, okay, yeah, we do have the this is what I was talking about with the random things. See how you how this says empty on it? So these were construction rubble. Oh gosh, a little bit of a spike. This was construction rubble, but we processed it. So let's just make sure that I've also had a weird visual bug with my multi-tools. I don't know, maybe that's just me though. I'm hoping, so 4.10 should be dropping in the next couple days, next week at the latest. So I'm hoping after 4.10 drops, a lot of these like random bug things fix itself. Especially with like the instancing and all that being implemented and everything like that. So, and as soon as 4.10 drops, we are going to be running Siege of Orison, or whatever it's called, probably over and over again. Because one, it's really cool. And two, I want to get that super heavy armor set. Is my engine's on? Where's the... Yeah, they are. Okay. So we're gonna go. That's what I've been doing. So, we're gonna go to contracts. Go to this one. So you have to be in left ski, by the way, in order to do this kind of like really easy trick. Is that you just accept that ship in distress? Pretty easy mission. Let's make sure you have a decent gun, I guess. And your SRT attachment as well. Doesn't look like we're in a hangar queue. Alright, so this is going to be a 7,000 AUEC test right here. Is this hangar actually open or not? Okay, it seems open to me. Thank goodness. Okay, should be right over here. I also noticed that they, that even in coupled mode in space, like you still float a lot more, I think, than you used to. All right, so basically we cut quantum, and just because I'm a little paranoid, I always get out of nav, or I always get out of nav. That way, I have my. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. That way, I have my shields up while I do this. Even though the likelihood of someone stopping exactly where I am right now is next to impossible. But we're gonna get out of here, open up our door here, just do a little helmet test or helmet check, which is left Alt X, and we're just gonna ejecto-cedo these into space. It'd be nice if you can like eject your entire cargo grid, like if there was a button for that. Like if you can just do it and then like it turns, like it unlocks your whole mag plate. I think that'd be sick. And then like it does like a pressurized airlock thing and it sucks it all out. That'd be a really cool.
Great. Thanks for picking that up.
Now she calls? Okay. Whatever. I think that'd be a really cool feature. It'll definitely help with bugs like this where you have to. So it's not hard work, but it is a little bit annoying sometimes. Can I please? Thank you. I was also thinking if I ever do or whenever I do a 0 to hero run, I'm probably gonna end up using this ship as the as like the starting ship, quote unquote, because it's a pretty good starting ship. It has a bunch of has like storage and has a bed so we can ship log, and it's a good little ship, and you can make money using it, so it's a pretty good little ship. And it has like decent cargo storage. It holds 23 on grid. You can fit significantly more off the grid. Once we get over here. This is a little bit of a jump. The only downside, I guess, to the Vulture is that it does have a really small quantum tank. So a run like this, you're going to use your entire tank, so you can only really do like one at a time. But the amount of RMC, which is the recycled material, which is like the recycled material that we get from scraping, and the construction rubble we get from the Cutlass, it fills up the entire ship anyway. So we're gonna have to go about the left ski no matter what. So it's not the worst thing in the world. We're gonna skip this song because I wasn't really feeling it. There you go. It's gonna be a little bit of a jump, so. Now would be a good time for y'all to get a snack or a drink. And we'll be right back after this commercial break. But yeah, this is basically what I've been doing the past. Well, I started doing this yesterday, but I was doing like other kind of tests of like what's the best way to make money a couple days before that, so. And this seemed like the most like efficient on the like the blue collar side of things, right? Now, yeah, I can get my team together, my team, quote unquote. I can get some of the guys on, and we can run Project Hyperion over and over again and make 200-300K every 30 minutes or so. But if we're just like solo grinding, this is probably, without a medical ship, this is probably the best way to do it. Now, if we had like the Apollo, we'll go down into ASD all day, and not really care because you can respawn on that ship. But without it, I'm not super super positive I can do like Hyperion by myself. So especially if everything works. If we're playing on the US servers where half the stuff on Hyperion does not work like how it's supposed to, I could probably do it. We'll be going through it pretty slow. Will probably take me an hour to do it, but you know. Or I can just do this and make the same amount of money in the same amount of time, if not less, and it's not as dangerous. The only thing with Hyperion that Project Hyperion that messes me up now is the turrets. The actual AI are fine, like they're fine, but the turret, all those random turrets they added in, like they're, and like the fact that they amped the damage on the like the man turrets is crazy. Like they way overtuned those. No, maybe they're balancing it out for the super heavy armor, maybe, but like the armor's not out yet, so why bring that patch in before 410 when the super heavy comes out? Now you can see like we're 43% of our quantum fuel in this one jump, so it's like we might try aerial refueling in the ship, just for some science to see if it actually works. If not, we're gonna have to jump to probably the people service station or whatever station's close by. Usually it's people service, but we'll see. There it is. So if you guys haven't done this mission yet, or haven't seen me do this mission, which I guess it could be possible. I've ran this mission quite a bit. Whenever you get close enough to the actual like wreckage point here, you're gonna get a like a little ping, kind of like where like an enemy's nearby. As long as your radar is actually active. So make sure your radar is on, so you actually pick it up. But you should get like a ping for it, and it'll tell you where to board. Oh man, I should have stayed in nav. The ship is so slow in SCM mode. Which I guess doesn't really need to be fast, but still. And I tried amping up my power to my engines. It doesn't do anything. It increases like it's like increases like its acceleration, but it doesn't go any like faster or slower. What are all of these? What the heck? That one's open. Are there people here? I can't log on to any of these. Radar is on. What's going on here? What? Did we get like a super rare spawn of like multiple ships? Okay. Cool. That's what I... Okay, anyways. What I usually do is I get up close. I usually park the ship around here. And since we're in space, we're going to keep the engines running. Just in case like something bumps the ship or whatever, it stays in place. Make sure that coupled mode is on. And what I've been doing is I'll go up. I did notice that we bumped the ship here. Maybe repair's not needed. It literally said major torque imbalance. Oh, it literally... What? How did I lose an engine? Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but... okay. Anyways, oh. Yeah. Anyways, make sure whenever you guys leave your ship here, they'll hold F on here, close the door. You always want to make sure your ships are secure because other players won't be able to get into it. Otherwise, unless they break down your shields, of course, and they actually like bust open the door. So we're going to run through here. We're going to take these guys out, repair the generator, and then we'll get on to salvaging. Come on. I thought for sure that guy was dead. Right after I say, like, this mission's not dangerous. I'm gonna turn down my music a little bit. So I can actually hear the enemies. I will say those guys usually aren't there. There's not usually not that many guys in there. Maybe we just took too long and they just spawned in, or they ran through. Should be one guy up here and then the last guy. A different armor set? No, it's the same as normal. Hello? Where's this guy? Dude, I hate when they do this.
Changing cover.
Are you dead? There you go. These guys, man. Alright, so for the part integrity of the power plant, you only have to get up to 90% for you to complete the mission. So don't waste your RMC on trying to get up to 100% because there's no point. So as soon as we get to about 89, usually with server lag, a little bit off. But like I said, you only have to bring it up to 90%. Let's tap ourselves up. Okay, we're definitely gonna go back to Lufsky now. But dude, the fact that we got this crazy spawn with like 4 other ships here is just nuts. We don't worry about looting this ship at all. There's really nothing that I really care about that's in there. But these I do. So what we're gonna do first is the one thing about having the max lift on there is that it comes out with both the primary weapon slot and the other one. All right, so first thing first, we're gonna refill our RMC container. On the ramp fills it up extremely quickly. As you can see, we're just burning through numbers here. You just do a little circle, just run around, do whatever. And don't worry about too much about like sitting here and trying to actually go all the way through, because we're going to be scraping this thing with the ship anyway. Alright, so now that that's done, you can put this away. There's no other enemies for the rest of the run, so. Now, yeah, you know, if you're looking for certain parts or whatever, this is also a pretty good run for it. I'm not really looking for specific things right now, but what I am looking for, I will take the P6LR mags. Not that I can't afford the ammo, it's just if you can get it for free, you know. And this is also a really good place to these are different. I don't remember seeing these. Oh my gosh. Can this tell me like what this is, please? No? Okay. I don't know if those are good or not. I guess it really just depends on what you're trying to get. I really just look at the armor sets and that's it. The guns, but I've seen the entire probably loadout of those guns already, so. Let's check out the other ships that are in here. Is it close enough? I can just EVA. Oh, I was like, why is everything moving? Alright, let's see what's over here. This is like a completely random spawn. Like, what's going on? Watch a player be in here. What's this camera?
Let's go ahead and call that last job done.
Oh. Stay. Well, I guess we can bring it closer. Does it have an inventory to it? Didn't seem like it. That looked like an inventory thing, but... Let's just scrape up this ship like normal, and the other one, I guess. Well, actually, we'll do the small one first. Yeah, stay. Yeah. Yeah, EVAing's not the easiest thing in the world, at least for me. All right, we do have a major torque imbalance. We do have to be somewhat careful. Make sure the... Okay, this needs to go on here. I guess I could have closed the ramp to make this a little bit easier, but whatever. So I found to start off with having your scrapers a little bit farther apart, just to broaden the circle that you have. Also, you can just like leave them on there for a second just to get everything a little bit far, I guess. Then once you get a little bit closer, then you can pummel all the way together and do some major damage here. And we should get about 7 SCU worth of RMC. But it really depends on how in depth I want to stay. And with having a major torque imbalance, you know, I might not stay out here for too long. Just in case our other engine goes out. That's crazy. I don't understand what happened. But we might have ran into something or something along those lines, but I was hoping it was just like a little like bump, so we can just repair it. But and as of right now, we can, as of 4.9, we cannot, we can't just have like random engines with us. Not that we would have an engine on this ship anyway; it's way too small. Now, sometimes depending on the day, the visuals on this usually either go clear, like you see like kind of like how this wing is, and like all rebar. I guess it's not really rebar, it's just like skeletal structural stuff of the ship. Sometimes they go like that, sometimes they don't. You're really just looking for that kind of really bright, kind of like metal getting really hot kind of look. Not necessarily how the actual ship itself looks. And once you get rid of that, or most of it, sometimes it does bug out. You have like a little bit left that you just can't reach. Then you're good to go. Now, if you're like kind of salvaging around, because I tried out like just going to path sites, cleaning those up. That's pretty fun. You can also get some pretty good loot if you're looting as well. But sometimes the chances, like That's like that's a chance game though, right? Where it's like doing like this mission, it's not a chance game. You're for sure gonna have ships here, or at least one cutlass here. So there's no like chance that you're not gonna find a ship. Dude, these are Brady's just like burn through ships, man. Highly recommend changing out these heads as soon as you can. They're about 20k a pop. Which isn't terrible. Just do one job with the base and you're basically good. But yeah, you can see like how big the range is and how fast he eats it. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna get about 7 maybe, just by scraping this thing, and then afterwards we'll break it. We'll fracture it. Go on with our day. Now the reason why we're actually scraping it as opposed to just fracture is because this is gonna be our instant cache. Whereas like doing the construction, yeah, it's gonna be quicker. However, as you can see, this is not like taking me a third a lot amount more time, right? It's only taking me just a couple extra minutes. A couple extra minutes that gets us an extra 30, 40k, right? Like it's worth it. It'd be really cool if the salvaging modules actually showed up on your power management. You can put more power to them. Like if you can shut off your engines like completely and just put all the power into these, that'd be crazy. Like the amount of like, it would just burn ships. I'm sure that's why they didn't do it. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll actually have to like manage power on these actual like industrial ships. This little bit here I couldn't reach before. Yeah, sometimes if you just want to like sit here, it'll eat everything around it in the radius. So as you can see, like I don't even have to like actually get onto the parts. I can just kind of go close by it and it burns it. So it's not as much of a precision kind of shot as it looks like it would be. So we might not just not get this entire thing. Be careful not to hit the caterpillar or whatever the ship's called. It's a great ship if you guys are interested in cargo hauling, which is broken right now. At least the missions are. You can do commodity hauling. But if you guys are actually interested in doing real missions, apparently they're all bugged at the moment. So not sure exactly what's bugged because I haven't tried them, but I have heard that they are pretty broken. So unfortunately, truck driving's not really in the cards for this patch. Who knows about 110? I mean, I guess we could if we wanted to jump into the PTU, but No point if it's just gonna come out in the next couple days anyway. Hopefully. Again, we're not going to be perfect on this, but oh wow, we're actually getting quite a bit. Now, if you really wanted to like optimize every little thing, well, we would yoink off the guns. We would, but again, with the inventory size of this ship, it's not really worth it. The amount of money you're going to get for the guns, as opposed to just having more space for actual like RMC or construction material. It's not worth it. The other reclaimer or the moth, something that has more inventory space, then it's, you know, it's a little bit more justifiable. Okay, now with that, we're going to hop out of the seat and we're going to print our RMC. We're not moving, are we? No, okay. We're going to print our RMC. That way we have all the space in our in the filter as possible. That way, whenever we actually disintegrate, we're not going to be losing any. And with disintegrating, there's also another trick to it. You got to make sure that you're close enough to the object. Otherwise, the number that's showing, so like if it's showing like 3 SCU, make sure you're not getting any minuses in there, because otherwise it's going to be minus whatever that percentage is. So if you're farther away, you're going to get less, essentially. And with this ship, you have to be pretty close to get 100%. So, and it all depends on angles. Like, if you just make sure to like get your angle right, so you're actually able to get close enough without damaging your ship. I wish I could lock these doors. I don't think there's actually an engineering panel on this ship. So, I don't think there is. There might be behind one of these doors, but I haven't really seen it, so. Oh my gosh, dude. Another thing, if whenever you're doing this, the Vulture is great at off-grid cargo. This is where you're gonna get. This is where the advantage over the Fortune comes from. Because the Fortune, very convenient, does auto eject off to the sides of the ship. However, you don't get this part of it, which is what makes the Vulture shine a little bit. Is all this off-grid space that you can fill up, right? And if you notice how I'm stacking it, I always put like the on-grid stuff first. That way it keeps the off-grid stuff like in place. Oh, why was that still attached? It looks like we're good. All right, awesome. All right, time to disintegrate this. And then we'll move on to the random ships that are around here. I am very curious if there's anything on the Cutlass that's a little bit farther away. And if there is, cool. If not, and we're just gonna break it apart anyway. Okay, so we're gonna switch to fracture mode. I have it set to double tap on my stick. That's why I was being a little bit weird. And then single tap is disintegrate. So being a little bit weird for a second, but you know. Hello, not tree. can't tell if you're a bot or not, unfortunately. There's been a lot of bots lately, so if you're not, say something else if you're not a bot. Go a little bit farther. There we go. Alright, this is where we're going to be in Disintegrate. We're also going to put it into this mode as well. That way... Oh. Stick. Bots, man. All the bots. Can I get closer to this? No. Oh. See how I like lost the plus or lost like the minus? That's what I mean by trying to get closer. And then with these bigger pieces, it's not too much of a thing. With them adding the friction or whatever on ships, actually pretty nice. See, when we actually have the plus, that means we're getting more SU than it's actually saying, which is really, really cool. Now we can actually get more than it's what it's telling us. So if we go down here, this like skinnier part. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Yeah, we can hold it here. Why not? So you can choose which side to go off of, which is what I'm doing. If you notice, like only like my left side with the tractor beam's going. Now I haven't tried adding a secondary tractor beam to the right side and just having like a dual tractor beam setup yet. I'm sure that's a that'd be a very interesting kind of test. See if that's actually is the thing here. I get like a better angle on this thing. Once it starts disintegrating, you can get closer. Just be careful of not knocking off your heads. Okay. That is a thing. You can lose. The heads can like get knocked off. Oh my gosh! I saw a piece over. Am I like blind? I'm blind. There it is. Not too much more. Oop. See any more of the cutlass. Okay, with that, we're gonna go over here. Oh, actually, we can get more RMC here over here. I was gonna say we can scrape the command module off of this. Actually, no, we can't. Because I tried. Can I just disintegrate this thing? That'd be kind of cool. If I could. Alright. Stop moving. Okay. We're going to get out. We're going to print our construction. And then we'll go back out when we'll mess with some of this ship. And then we'll try out the next one as well. Only the lights worked on this ship. So with construction material, remember that you're only going to get... We're probably not going to get more... So we can get more RMC. Why not? There's no reason not to, I guess. Just remember, with construction material, you are going to get, like, a percentage... what's up, Susan? How's it going? You are going to get a percentage of the construction material off of, like, what you have, just because of just how... refinement works. I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, kind of just chilling. We're just doing a lot of just grinding here. This is what I basically have been doing all weekend, just off stream. So yeah. What's up? Do I play other games? I do. I kind of play... I haven't been playing too much variety lately, just because we've been on the grind with this and different updates coming out. But I do play a little bit of variety. It's like party games every once in a while, and if like bigger story games come out that I'm interested in playing, then I'll play those on stream as well. Is that it? Yeah. Have you? Yeah. Have you seen any more like? Do you like? What do you know about Star Citizen, which is what we're playing right now? Or like what other kind of games do you play, if any? Oh, you just started playing this? Nice. Like, what's your what's like your favorite thing so far? Just learning. Yeah, this game, the one thing about this game is it can be pretty overwhelming sometimes because there's so much that you can do. There's so much that you can do, so sometimes it can be a little much. Play Valorant, GTA. Yeah, I played a little bit of Valorant a while ago. GTA as well. Overwatch, Minecraft. Those are all pretty good ones. Wow, how much material do I have? Jeez. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to scrape that one ship, and then we'll see how much material we'll get off of it. I stream daily. Usually I'm stream about Monday to Thursday. Usually starting about 5:36 Mountain Standard Time. But every once in a while I'll pop on over the over the weekend. Drop the follow, by the way. Join you every time. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't get a notification, which is weird. Twitch being weird. Like my spirit. Thank you. Yeah, usually I also play with other streamers like Mishu or Life Lesson. Yeah, maybe a lag. But yeah, usually I play with other streamers like Mishu or Life Lesson as well, which they actually might end up joining us today as well, depending on what's going on. Wanna play together? Yeah, I'll be down at some point. I do have Discord, but usually we use. So Mishu has a Discord channel for his channel, and I would recommend applying for that. It's easier for viewer to play with viewers until I get my own setup. So. Can I share my username? Add me. So usually, like I said, using like a Discord channel like Mishu's Discord channel, it's a lot easier to play with viewers and stuff that way, and it's safer for everybody because I'm a pretty cool guy, but no one. Give me a link. Okay, let me see. Oh. But like again, we're all kind of strangers on the internet, right? So. It's gonna let me do it. 1 second, I'm trying to find it here. All right, there's the link to the invite to the Discord channel. We're usually in there pretty often. Obviously, just ask before you hop into a random call. But today we're kind of just rocking solo though, doing this. So, well, if the other guys cop on, we might run some other missions, but this will probably be it for the day. I don't want disintegrate. I just want. Oh, this is someone's ship. That's kind of crazy. There might be an application to that channel. I don't remember exactly how he has it set up, to be honest, but. Mishu's also a really good, really cool streamer. So if you want to check him out as well, cool guy. He plays the same games I do. We're generally always in a call together, so. Alright, how much are we got here? Alright, it looks like we're probably gonna have enough. We might, depending on how much room we have after we disintegrate this and, or I guess fracture this and everything else, we might just fracture the other cutlass over there just to get that little bit more construction material. And just fill up our filler station. Just to maximize profits. about 3 extra RMC, or 3 extra SU of RMC. Pretty good. Pretty good for a random ship spawn. I guess it's not even like a random ship spawn. This is just someone else's ship that they left. Can I? Okay, I do have to fracture it. This is 0.92 SCU. Dude, that's nothing. Yeah, using this tractor beam attachment, definitely a pretty good play. Oh. No, come back. Stay in my range. Man, this ship is getting less, like, nothing. I guess that is a plus, so that's fine. Anything else? That's nothing. Okay. Is that it? I saw more coming off that. Maybe not. Man, we've been out here for a minute. Alright, there is another ship around here somewhere that I seem to have lost. Maybe because I'm upside down. Yep. Dude, another Cutlass is crazy. Alright, let's see if there's anything on the ship. Looks like there is. Alright, let's check it out. We're gonna have to print the rest of this out anyway, so. Let's see what's in here. See if there's any cool armor or anything like that. See if we get lucky. Oh, is that a force wall? Pretty good. What is this? Oh, someone definitely looted this before. Yeah, this is... Oh. I'm blind. No, I don't want the backpack. Oh, 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Like actually back. Um, huh? Yeah, sorry. Got called and asked a bunch of questions, so by some colleagues. So. Yeah, the only thing that was really in there was just that suit. I'm not too sure about these parts yet. We are gonna grab these though. I didn't grab them off the other ship, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna print as much as we can out of here, and then I think we're just gonna. Oh, wow, that was lucky. I did not close this. And I think we're just gonna fracture this cutlass. We're not gonna scrape it. 'Cause I don't think we have enough room in here. Stay. No. Okay. It'll work once this one comes out. There we go. Like I said, I think this is a plate as well. Okay, that was it. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough room to scrape, but we will disintegrate it just to get the extra construction material out of it. Sorry for the super long break. I'm not sure exactly how long I was like out for. You probably saw my mouse move a little bit. I was still at my desk, but I was just muted. Yeah, about 7 SC. That's not bad. If you notice why, like it says 1.6 SCU, and you saw that I couldn't print anything, it's just because that's a combination between the construction and the recycled. It's not an actual full SCU's worth. Also, cleaning up these cutlasses kind of helps the server a little bit too. So we're actually doing the server a favor doing this. Now these are like mission instance, so I'm not sure exactly how it works with this, but I'm sure the less stuff on the server, the better, right? Now there's a big piece somewhere around here. There you are. All right. All right, let's get out of this place. Let's check the map here to see what the closest place to get to. Oh, not maps, actually. Yeah, maps. Closest to Levski that we can actually jump to. Yeah, we can't jump there. Can't jump there. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Yeah, we're just gonna jump to Charlie, refuel, and then yeah. I'm hoping my ringtone didn't freaking ruin this VOD. I'd be kind of annoyed about that. I shouldn't have. It definitely should have been quiet enough. But who knows? Another long jump. I feel like that's just how today's just gonna go. Yeah, we'll go here. Hopefully there's landing pads, exterior landing pads. That way, we don't have to call for a hangar or anything. But I think for these points, there might not be. So yeah, these industrial like ships really should get bigger quantum tanks. Like, you know, all these ships are going to be like out for like a minute, right? We're out here scraping, you know, doing our thing, mining, whatever. It would be nice to get a bigger tank. So now this is like I guess like the starter salvaging ship, so there's some balance there, I guess. But it's already kind of nerfed with the size, so it's not like we can just break apart every ship in the game. It's not like I can just go out and fracture an Idris and be set for the rest of the rest of my life. It'd be a crazy salvage job. Oh yeah, I forgot. Torque and balance. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let's see if we can get a refuel. That's the fighter. Where's the actual refueler at? There you are. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go, saying that we only have one engine, but with the auto dock anyway. But it doesn't fly terribly. Looks like it's working. Yeah, the clamps are going. It's going. It's going. We're docked. Good to know it works on this ship. A lot of the bigger ships, like the Reclaimer and stuff like that, it doesn't work on, so. Crazy that they just left. I said bye. Crazy. Alright, we're gonna go back to Levski finally. Alright, good to know that we can area refill. Alright, so that makes the whole smaller quantum tank not as bad. And if you see on the left, it only says 137. It's a visual. Once we go, yeah, like you just saw, it auto updates. With us playing on the Australian servers, we are going to get weird delays like that, but ultimately we're going to have a better playing experience. For now. So with free flight being over, it probably won't be as bad on the US servers, but we probably won't try them again until 410 comes out. With 410 introducing instancing, server lag shouldn't be as big of a deal. Crazy how I filled up this ship. Alright, yeah, once we get back to Levski, I'll show you all kind of like how I do my buying, selling, or refining. The only downside of refining the stuff that's on the ship is that it's going to show up on the ship, right? Maybe. Let's double check it. That might be. Whenever I looked last time, I didn't actually pick up any of the material, so it might just be the empty crates. So, gosh, why does the cooling take so long? It's a cooler. Yeah, we're gonna check out these coolers, I think, on this ship, but my priority, I think, because I think the Moth can be the Moth is fine to be driven solo. So we might go up to the Moth eventually. So I'm not too worried about like really getting this thing out. The only reason why I changed out the mining heads because that's a given. You basically have to. So. Not too sure what the other guys are doing. I thought for sure they were going to be hopping on today, but I guess not. I guess not. I almost grabbed my mouse and keyboard. That was crazy. All right, let's get back to Levski with our freaking torque imbalance. Oh my god. Okay. Very slowly, by the way. We're going to be doing this very, very slowly. Because flying the ship with one engine is apparently very difficult. Alright, we cannot lose the other engine. If we do, then we're going to have to get the Cutlass, and we're going to have to basically unload this ship. Dude, flying through an asteroid field with one engine. We're going to go in the SCM. We're going to I think being in nav was kind of messing with it a little bit. We got to be careful. Yeah, whenever we're using that booster, just remember, we just got to remember to kind of pull to the right. See, I don't know how we lost our engine. It kind of just like randomly fell off. And it looks like it's this one's damaged too. Or one engine's damaged as well, so. Alright, nice wing call. Please give us an easy hangar to get into, thank you. Sometimes we'll get the one closest to us, in which case we have to do like a 360 backflip. Oh, look at that, someone's driving a freaking... I can't even think of the company right now. Like some misc ship. Looks like maybe a Nope. Nope. Looks like maybe their gunship. It's going to be somewhat expensive. We're going to repair, obviously repair, oh, it's actually not bad. 1.5K for a whole engine? That's crazy. Okay. They must use super glue to put it back together. That's probably why I fell off before. Yay, our ship's back. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, it is down. It didn't feel like it was down. I would say a pretty successful run. Oh, I guess we actually have to get up the other way. got... Yeah, so we're going to put all of our RMC in the freight elevator. Because we're going to sell that, and that's fine. That doesn't, like, dupe or anything weird. We're going to take all of the off-grid. I hate when it bugs out. It doesn't, like, tell you what you're holding. It's kind of supposed to let you know. Or we're just going to put this all in grid and then raise and take out all of our construction material or our construction rubble and put it back on the ship. Because we do have construction rubble in here. I just can't tell what's what. But yeah, I would say that was a pretty successful scraping run. Before we sell anything, we're going to look at our money. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. That way we know like what we start off with and like what we're going to get, right? Now the timing is going to be a little bit weird because, if you guys are looking for like the quickest way to do things, right? It's gonna be a little bit weird because I had to step away, take a phone call, but I'm sure you can figure it out if you just fast forward through the VOD on YouTube. Alright, let's put the rest of this and see what we get. Unfortunately, you can't just leave this in here without printing first. So, and luckily the rest of this is construction material. So we're gonna do opposite here. We're gonna start on the back and then go forward. And if you guys are gonna sell things directly off your ship, you do have to, actually we're gonna start on the side. You do have to make sure it's actually on the mag plate. You can't just fill up your ship, unfortunately. So if you do have more construction material than your ship can hold, which 23 SCU worth of construction rubble, I mean, it's a pretty decent amount. But if you do end up having that, then you are gonna have to sell it either in your freight elevator or sell on your ship, come back, sell it again. That kind of ordeal. So, and with the, at least until that weird bug comes back, or comes back, until that weird bug goes away with the empty construction rubble crates. Because if that bug was gone, we'll just put it all in the freight elevator, right? So this should hold 23 SCU, in theory. By in theory, I mean that's what's advertised for the ship. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 23. I mean 13. I don't know why I was thinking 23. Because, like, that makes no sense. So we might have enough construction material to kind of be a little much for this. Actually, I don't think that actually counts. Yeah, I don't think that part actually counts there. Let's see if it lets me actually put anything on there. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, we'll bring this down, and then we'll bring up the rest of our the construction material again, or construction rubble. I mean, and then we'll go from there. Go to commodities. Okay, so these are those empty crates I was talking about. So I do actually have a couple in here that I didn't realize I had. Recycled rubble. So you're looking for the ones that actually have a container in them, because it actually says that they're full, right? These are completely empty, completely useless, just null items, basically. All right, we're gonna bring these up. We definitely have too much construction rubble, so we are gonna have to leave some on the elevator. So we're just gonna have to remember to take that out, put it back in the ship, and then drop it off in space whenever we're set to leave again. Another kind of bug I've been noticing is if your guys are selling commodities. Commodities like gems, if whatever reason it says like mismatch or whatever at the admin station, at the admin terminal thing, or the commodity terminal, just put it in your inventory and then you're fine. Unfortunately, if you're selling a bunch, it's going to be a little bit more of a headache, but for some reason changing like the inventory location fixes that. So something I noticed whenever I was doing some of my money testing. There should be 13 on grid. Oh, I guess 13 it counts this spot, but you can't actually put anything there. So 12 if you take it off by accident, like I did. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple extra on the freight elevator. You know, it is what it is. This is just money here. The ship was moving and being weird and frightened me for a second. Okay, let's bring these down. So hopefully we get a decent amount from that one. The problem with having them in like weird batches like that is that sometimes it messes with the containers a little bit, so you actually end up losing some. Wait, what? Oh, I guess never mind. bring this down. You always gotta remember to bring your ship down too, because you can't read the station unless you actually store the ship. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go up to admin. Oh, come on, come on. Lucky. Hey, these bots on YouTube are a little, or YouTube, bots on Twitch are a little bit crazy. Crazy these days. Okay, from station. Alright, how much do you think we're gonna get here? We got 9 SCU crates full of RMC at 6,000 a SKU. 54,000. So the mission that we got was 58. Plus this, we're getting a little over 100k right off the rip, not even talking about the construction material. That's pretty good. Now, is Levski the best place to sell RMC? I don't know. I didn't actually look it up. However, construction material that's the one that we're really going to be looking at. Where the best place to sell it at. And what elevator is actually here? This one. I'm closed. I'm closed. I'm closed. Some of these guys are crazy looking. We're at the next stop. If you guys haven't been to Levski, these elevators kind of like work how the trains work in other stations. So, like where they have a set distance. I don't know what that guy's doing. Weird. Yeah, we're just gonna go here. We're gonna go to the refinement, pyrotechnic, whatever method is how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna look at Levski first. Oh, I did not realize this was still going. Nice. Anyways, so we got 400 SKUs, so 4 boxes. We're gonna find this. We're gonna do the pyrotechnic. This one with that quote. About 130. That's what our yield is. Go to the vulture. Same thing, 1200 in manifest. So we got 12 crates. Makes sense, right? Make sure you submit that to refine. Get our quote. 392. Did they change any of this by chance? Doesn't look like they did. If you guys are really interested in seeing like what each one looks at, look at the yield and the time it takes. So this so Pyro gives us the most. It's also pretty like slow, but you know, it's whatever. So these are gonna be processing. It's gonna take about 20 minutes for these work orders to go through. But yeah, like we're at what? A little under 6 or a little under 17 or 1.7 numbers math. a little under 1.7 right now, which is all right. We started out today off of what, 1.5, 1.6. So made a little over 100K today. We have been going for a minute, a little over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. So.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking.
What's the next one?
The capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
There we go. Try to put as many water bottles or cruise bottles in the actual trash can as possible. We don't want to make this place a mess, right? Now, because we started a little bit early today, we might end a little bit early as well. Especially if we're going to be messing with this the entire time. Where's my 8 SKU at? Alright, we're going to be putting this in there. And then this part right here is like probably my favorite part of this inventory update, other than like how equipment is actually equipped. And that's just because I can actually sort inventories that actually have to take the containers out. Which is super duper cool, super duper useful. We'll stick on it is. Now let's see. Let's scroll down here. Let's see if this is still considered construction rubble, like actual construction rubble, or is it considered still kind of full? All right, so it automatically does it. Okay. Good to know. Bring that back up. We gotta fix this anyway somehow. So we're gonna use the cutlass. We're gonna bring the cutlass up because that worked last time, and then we're gonna bring the cutlass back down. Bring up our ship here. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it got damaged. Maybe the cutlass or maybe the vulture got damaged when it was doing its weird thing like that. So. But yeah, we might end up ending a little bit early today just because we started early. So we might just do it like one more run. Unless, of course, we have more issues with pulling our ship out. We're gonna bring up the cutlass. Yeah, when I hopped on today, I saw this floor was like green, and I was like, oh, am I like red and blues, like the color saturation like off or something? Because I never noticed this was green. I don't think I have anyway. I was like, that's crazy. So hope you guys like the new setup. Like the new kind of color saturation stuff. It's not too much different than before, but you know there's a little bit of a difference, I think anyway. Maybe some colors are more vibrant. You know, this is already such a beautiful world, so we gotta make it as beautiful as possible, right? Like, we gotta make it picture perfect. Oh yeah, I'm looking at OBS, and it's definitely a lot brighter. I'm not too sure what the weird screen glitch stuff was happening earlier, but it's all a little bit weird. But yeah, I don't know what that was about earlier because it's not happening now. Huh. Maybe it's just because I just changed the settings on the screen and the screen was lagging out or something. All right, let's bring up the vulture now. Because it almost looked like screen tearing to me. So. All right. Bro, why? Why are you doing this? Stop it, Chip. Hmm. We're gonna drop the ship, bring it back up, see if that works. Actually, we're gonna store it, and then we're gonna go back upstairs. Then we're gonna call it up here, wait a couple minutes, and see if that fixes it. Yeah. So, if not, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So. Okay, I was gonna say, like, we can't do anything with it. What's going on? We're gonna let it sit for a minute. I just realized I have 10 of these drives. It's kind of crazy. I do have some Wham burgers, so whenever the guys get on, we can do the one Wham slam. Okay, it works. As long as the ship stays. Don't go into the hangar, buddy. Alright, we're gonna shove the rest of our, rest of these random containers, into the ship. Yeah, the crazy thing about the ship and distress missions, that you basically always get them. Like, it's very rare that I've seen anyway that that they don't show up, so. Let's make sure this is all construction rubble, not. 2, 3, 4, and they had 2 in there before. Okay. Okay, we're gonna shove the rest of these random empty containers into here, and then yeah, we'll take off and do it all again. Just gotta make sure the ship's all good and not broken, and we don't lose an engine again. Which should be a given, you would think. It's a little bit hard to overload the ship outside. Actually, you know what? Would be smart. You know what? We can always EVA. Oh man, thinking about watching a movie once we hop off. So yeah, I'm thinking about one more of these runs, make another 100K, and then yeah, I think we'll call it there. Now, if you guys like, hey, wait, 100K, that's like nothing in Star Citizen. True, it's not. However, you know, we're doing this solo. There's not really too much risk to anything. Oh my gosh, dude. They gotta put gravity back on these freaking containers. Okay. There's not too much risk to like what we're doing. There's, again, solo mission. I wouldn't recommend too much of doing this with your buddies, unless you want to. But if you're doing this strictly for the money, solo it. Like have everybody. If you do want to do it with buddies, like have everybody just have everybody take their own ship in distress and just help each other out with the scraping portion of it. That's what I would recommend. That way everyone gets their, at least the initial 58K, right? It's 58K split between everybody. That's 25K with just one other person, give or take. Like, you know, not really, it's not really ideal if you're trying to money, like, if you're really just gunning for the money portion. But yeah, everyone just take their own ship in distress and just help each other out with the scraping, and you'll be all good. Oh my gosh, dude. These containers are freaking annoying. Ever since they, for some reason, added like weird zero gravity kind of free fall with these guys, like they don't act right. All right, we're gonna go up, and we're probably gonna have to EVA out, but we'll see. I kind of wish you had there was another button to enter the pilot seat like that. But There's a couple of things with the ship that are like, maybe this would be better. Oh, you know what? Let's make sure the ship's all fully repaired. I don't know why it's using so much fuel right now. Anyways. Let's also cancel that. Let's get our mission going. See? What? Okay. I was like, what? It was being weird for a second. Another across the freaking. Alright, at least we know aerial refueling works for this ship. If you guys are having issues like getting out of the hangar, like it's not calling for a reason, you can always try to use the communications on your MFD, or if you're up in nav mode like how I am, like actually like off the floor, sometimes actually this landing and just being on the hangar floor, it fixes it. So just bring your landing gear out, land again. You don't even have to get out of nav mode, and usually that works as well. But usually the MFD is like almost a guarantee it will work. If you guys are ever in any other situation where you can't call. Come on, don't get in the way. No! One thing about Levski, dude. One thing about Levski. We're gonna cut our quantum. We're gonna open all of our doors, actually. And let's see. Let's see if we can do this here. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Goodbye. Bye, trash. Now I'm hoping they do fix this because I don't know how much server lag this actually adds. If it adds any, I'm sure there's a despawn point for these guys, but for like trash floating out in the middle of nowhere, but unfortunately this is kind of our only option right now. Until they add like delete kind of buttons in your storage, I think that'd be also a nice little addition. Definitely clean up some lag as well. I think actually having like a real delete button. Oh. Alright. I wish there was also like a eject kind of button on all this. Oh, you know what? I gotta keep this open. Oops. It's alright. Oh, because I... That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that actually opened up like every door too. I thought that was supposed to be just exterior. Yeah, this isn't the fastest quantum drive in the world. So. Yeah, the first run took a little bit longer than normal. However, we did have like a random three ship spawn, so if that happens again, then we're just super lucky. But I think I would rather just go with the one ship, honestly. Yeah. I think ultimately, we do make money quicker doing that, so. But yeah, we're on the grind for the 36 point, I believe it's 8 million AUEC for the Perseus. And of course, we're going to probably grind up to 40. Just so we get the extra money and materials to actually put on the guns that we want, the drives that we want, and all that fun stuff, right? We're not going to fully equip it, obviously, right off the rip. But at the very least, I do want to get some good guns on there. And probably a good, if it doesn't already have one, a good shield generator as well. But I believe it already has a pretty decent one right off the rip. So, but get some crazy cannons on the thing, and we'll be going. We'll be moving for sure. Crazy cannons, crazy repeaters. Oh, nice. We're actually going to be able to fly back this time. It's convenient. It's always nice when it gets close enough so we don't have to refuel on the way back. Yeah, you don't really want to fly too quickly into here, but, you know. You're just waiting just enough to, for the actual, like, ship to pop up on our radar. There you are. So it looks like it's behind this asteroid. Now, something to look out for, the ship is a little bit wider than you probably expect with those external engines. So just be a little bit careful with them. Because as you saw last time, they kind of fall off pretty quickly. Oh. And now, watch out for crazy movements, because they definitely increased... They definitely increase the kind of like how G-force affects your character. They used to not be as bad as this. You used to be able to do crazy maneuvers without blacking out. So looks like we only got a single spawn here. Which is good. I didn't really like too much of the multi-ship spawn. I thought it kind of I think it kind of just wasted more time than anything, than actually giving us too much. Just gotta leave the ship here like this. Hop out. Alright, let's make sure our gun is in, there we go. That's, it's always good to repack before you go into battle. Nope. This story really should be like over here, but you know, I'm just complaining about the ship. It's a great ship. If you guys are looking for a single person salvaging ship, this is definitely a really good option. The Fortune's also a pretty decent option as well, which is like the MISC variant. It all really depends on what you want, though. Alright, I think ultimately the Vulture can probably make you more money. And different, like in single runs than the Fortune can, but the Vulture is a little bit quicker in the scraping part of things. If you're just looking at breaking down ships, disintegrating, fracturing, Fortune's pretty good. Bruh. I know you're over here. It's like someone firing? This is kind of a cool, wow, where set is this? Oh. Ah, it's a Stitcher with the tuxedo. Huh. It's kind of a cool combo. The Stitcher is actually kind of nice if you like that kind of cloth kind of look to him. However, you know, I'm a... Oh, wait, what are these? I didn't realize. Okay, you can't actually... Dude, if they would have made it so you can actually, like, loot the stuff off of here... Oh, man. The possibilities with this mission. This mission would be too OP, though, I think. Like, we'll be making way too much. I hear somebody. Hi. Ah, you're bugged out a little bit, bud. I love it when they're like standing over here, because usually they go up the ladder and back down the ladder once you go up, and it's kind of annoying.
Hey, just got interested. It's on now.
Gotta be careful. There's a guy with a Zeus cannon in here. I didn't realize you can actually go into the command station. See why you would. Now, I did see that you can actually fracture this ship with the Moth, but I think that was like too. No, actually, I think that was this one, because this update's when it came out. So, if you got the Moth, you know, maybe try to see if you can fracture this. You can definitely get a lot more material out of this size of a ship than you can out of the Cutlasses. So, definitely recommend trying. Make sure that you get it far enough away though that you complete the mission, because it might be an auto fail if the ship ends up blowing up or something weird. So, So I gotta bring this back up to 100. Now, if you guys were like super like, hey, I want to stay out here as much as I can, my ship can hold so much more salvage, and I don't want to like do small trips like this. If you scan, I think there are multiple cutlasses scattered in this area. So, you know, you guys can always try to do that. Because I think the way this mission works, it uses scatter them around. I think the ship just spawns in whenever you get a mission. So, I'm actually kind of tired of picking up these mags. Not even gonna lie. Nothing. Now, yeah, we gotta remember to keep checking this box though, because this box does have a chance of spawning med gel, which is super nice. Med gel is freaking expensive for anybody that's ever worked out of like an Apollo or any of those like med chips that actually have a respawn on them. Med gel's about 100k a pop. So we're gonna go in the back way. Getting in that way is kind of inconvenient. It's just annoying. In ABA, where it's going up the ramps a little bit easier. All right, let's get the salvaging. So just kind of back up away from the ship just enough. Yeah, there you go. And then we are gonna try to scrape the command module a little bit again. Let's see if it works. Oh. Make sure to switch to your Brady's. Now that is a single Brady on that one on that one node, but that's not really what we want. Like, we went this dual Brady. Look at this. Come on, man. You can't do this with any other ship. Except for, like, I guess the Reclaimer and the Moth. They're a little bit better, but the ship with this value, doing this, kind of scraping. Like, the Fortune's not going to do this. Now, the benefit of the Fortune, though, is that it does have an auto-eject, and it auto-ejects out to the sides. So, you know, it's a give or take, right, what you're trying to do. Because that ship can save you time with getting out. Like, you know how, like, I have to get out and do that kind of stuff, but, you know, that's like an extra, what, minute that it adds? Maybe not even that. Probably get this a little bit closer. Dude, it did something to this ship. I don't know if it's just this one or not, but it did something that coupled isn't really keeping you where you're supposed to be at. Alright, now that we're getting down to nitty gritty, we're gonna close these heads back together. I'm thinking once we disintegrate, I think to separate them, maybe? I think that might be better. That way we open up the center a little bit more. We'll try that out, see if that works. Once we get back to the main fuselage, which it's the center body of a ship or a plane, we'll split the heads again a little bit more. For the engines, it's kind of best to keep them together. All right, let's split these a little bit. Get that widespread. Now, it might be good enough. Let's see where it goes. Nah, it's not close enough. There you go. I think that's kind of where we want to be at. Maybe a little bit closer because it didn't look like it actually like broke. The like went into each other. Let's see if this works. Ultimately, I think having the actual laser on it does go a little bit quicker than having it just like heat simulate and get it that way. This does crazy work on its own. Like with the Brady heads, like we're just eating this ship. Now, if you notice your heads do like that weird thing, like I had this happen, it just means there's nothing else to scrape in that area. So you might be missing a couple, or if you notice they're still kind of shiny, or there's still kind of heat going off. Remember to look out for look out for the big ship. Look at all that nice salvage, dude. Look at all that nice RMC. Now I know you can take your RMC and you can do something like you can pack it into your containers or into your like the SRC containers. I don't know how to do that. Like I've seen I watch like videos of like whenever people go on like big runs, like they'll have containers full of RMC and it's like, how do you pack it into the what? 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 I'm confused. I don't know what happened there. maybe we got too close. I don't know. Maybe we hit something. We might have hit the ship. That kind of sucks. We actually lost money now. It is what it is, guys. Stuff happens, you know. Star Citizen happens, right? So. Alright, this is why you complete the mission first. Just in case stuff like that happens. Either way, we did gain 58k, so it's nothing crazy. It's not like we completely lost money. We just didn't gain as much as we normally would. So, and we're still at 1.7. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna claim our own insurance claim on our vulture. Now remember, since we swapped out the heads, you have to make sure you do the insured loadout when you do the claim. So Drake Vulture, do the claim insured loadout. That's what we want. Preview items, make sure it is what you want. So the 3 Brady has. Yeah, like these, this quantum drive, probably switch those out. And maybe even, honestly, the power plants. But either way, we're going to claim insured loadout. You can always claim the free one if you do not have the money, or you just don't care, right? You can always do that. You don't always have to claim your insured one right off the rip. Which elevator is going to be quicker? Okay, we're going to take this one. We're going to ride this up, and then it goes all the way down. We're going to... Like, we got our construction material process. Like, it gives us something to do while we're waiting, right? And, obviously, we don't have to get the... I'm not looking to get the Perseus this week, right? It's just going to be an ongoing thing until we get the money. Like, we're not always just gonna be looking for money, right? If we're gonna be going out doing some fun little runs, not making us any money, that's fine too. But days like this, where we're kind of like solo running, this is our money grind here, right? And we cleared out our inventory of the old that weird stuff, the nonsense. I guess it doesn't give us a weird number. For some reason I was thinking we're gonna lose some for it being like not a full SCU, but they can give you not full SCU containers. It's just the more containers you got, the more you gotta move, right? So if you have a bunch of half full containers, it is what it is. That's gonna go up once, it's gonna go up all the way. Knowing how these elevators work, it's kind of a good idea to kind of get an idea of how, like, which one to take, depending on where you're trying to go, right? Best amount of time. You can take both of them. They're both going to eventually get you to where you need to go, but when in doubt, just stay in the elevator until you get there. Each one of them hits every floor, so it's not like you're... It's same with the trams on like Horizon and Area 18. Eventually, it's gonna get you to where you need to go. Actually, I think Area 18 you actually have to get on the other one. So that might not be true. for sure for Orison, it's the same no matter what. And Levski right now is not actually buying construction materials. So.
The capsule will leave the station momentarily.
At least it wasn't for me. So. Let's actually go down and see what we got. Oh, that's not what we want. Yeah. Unfortunately, we did just lose out on about 50 or so extra RMC or 50 or so UAEC or AUEC worth of RMC plus, you know, a little bit more construction material. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's a free salvage ship, right? Like we still made 58k right off the mission. Like it's not a loss, not too much of a loss. I forgot they did. Yeah, they changed this. Unless you're just a server, that you can't actually see your commodity material. Unless it's like, yeah, you can't actually see like a commodity cargo. Unless you're in this actual terminal here. Dude, construction. Oh, dude, all the construction material. All right, bring this down. Let's see how much construction material we got. And we'll do some math here. Let's see how much we actually have worth. All right. So one. Oh. All right, let me get out my calculator. All right, so what is this? 0.6 plus 0.3. This is what I was talking about with the half full containers. Plus 1 plus 0.9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0.3 plus 1 plus 0.9 plus 2. So that's 10 SCU worth of construction material. Or 10 SCU of construction material. Now if we go so I go to the SC Trade Tools website, right? That's where I go whenever I'm looking at where to sell commodities. Yeah, it looks like if we go to the MIC L2 or MIC L1 stations, well, honestly, Crew L4 as well. Wow. Poor Tressler's buying it too right now, which is kind of crazy. But it's about 130k worth of construction material right now, so pretty good, right? Especially because construction material is a little bit, I don't have any filters on here, do I? No, okay. Construction material is not the easiest to get. Like you're not gonna get as much of it as like, you know, as the RMC, but anyways, with that, I think I am gonna hop off for today. I might hop on a little bit later, who knows? I kind of doubt it since I have work in the morning, but Oh, I forgot I have this face mask on. I don't know how to take this off because I put it on and now it's just there. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button on Twitch or that subscribe button on YouTube to see more. It helps me out quite a bit. And yeah. I will see y'all probably tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, catch y'all in the morning or in the afternoon, I guess, tomorrow. Bye.
From the gym to the screen, yeah. From the gym like a beast, sweat drip, heavy plates, never cheat. Then he drops in the sea. Anime arcs on repeat, sail the seas, pirate dreams, new fleet, treasure map on the screen, no sleep. Every boss, every map, every feed, whole chat yelling peak when he streams. Buttons mashing, headphones on tight, lost in the pixels, day and through night. A new quest awaits, another story to tell. He's a legend in lobbies under every spell. Level up quick, no time for sleep. Pyro Studios, he gaming, action, adventure, horror, he gaming, puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying. Doesn't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. From the gym like a beast to animate, from the seats of the seas in the night, new raid every week. RPG, souls on repeat like how I die. It don't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. Click start, new run, same flame. Speed run, side quest, same name. Respawn, laugh it off, that's fame. Jump scare, flash in the dark, heart race. Woo! Puzzle doors, hidden floors, mind chase. One more try, one more last save. Whole world in the glow of the game. Heart race on the jump scare tab. Door creak, key leans right back. One more quest, one more try. New game plus it inside. Pyro Studios, he gaming, action, adventure, horror, he gaming, puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying. Doesn't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. From the gym like a beast to animate, from the seats of the seas in the night, new raid every week. RPG souls on repeat like how I die. It don't matter what it is. Pyro, he gaming. He's a gamer, a player, a digital dream. No challenge too great, no boss too mean. He seals his own fate, a gaming machine. From pixel to glory, he writes his own story. Pyro Studios, he gaming, action, adventure, horror, he gaming, puzzle, survival, rage, but he's staying.